X-Men. Okay, so if you didn't see the post in either the general Xbox channel or the post for announcing today's stream, here's where we're at. It's all done. That's 300 missions. All of them are done. From 111 all the way down to 1043. Okay? Our last mission was 966, which is the super boss of Crisis Core. I'll just show you the boss itself. I'm not going to kill this boss again because it was a pain. But it is a summon. It is her. It is Minerva. And she hits like a truck. Every one of her attacks hits like a truck.
Activating combat mode.
We don't have... So what you have to do is, like, you have to have a Phoenix down pretty much active at all times. And the only attack that really does a lot of damage to her is frickin' Costly Punch, which only does 100,000 damage. And you think that's a lot of damage because it would kill a lot of things with one hit. But she's got, like, 10 million HP. So you have to hit that attack, like, 10 times. Or, not 10, 100 times. And some of her attacks are like Okos. So it took a while. But where does that leave us? Unlock all the achievements. Collect all items and arrived at Angeal's house before the Benora airstrike. Cut down every incoming shell. These two are in the same mission. And then Zack the sniper did not allow a single gunbowl head to escape while sniping. So that's all we have to do. And luckily, one of the things we did do in this is we listened to the idea that you set up save points at random spots throughout. So, for example, this one right here at Shinra Manor is the closest save point to the gun bullheads.
Activating combat mode.
Just unfortunately, there's a little extra to do. Did I already grab the clothes? I have the dresser key. So I think I have to go to the dresser.
Activating combat mode.
It's crazy how much less powerful I am at this point, though.
Hey. Hey, I found something good. Change into this. This may smell bad, but desperate times.
This is when Cloud is still in Mako poisoning.
Activating combat mode.
Got him!
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
Okay, we're leaving town. Come on now. It's not really soldier-esque, but oh well. Can I use it though? The auto assist.
Activating combat mode.
Heads up! Hey!
Conflict resolved.
Later!
Sorry, I am going to be super focused on getting this right this time. There was no excuse for me not getting it the first time.
Activating combat mode.
Taking you down a peg.
Conflict resolved.
The end.
Just don't let them escape. Last time I let 2 escape.
Activating combat mode.
Take that! This'll do. Later. Oh
Conflict
yeah!
resolved.
Part of it was that I tried to get more kill points before another kill spot, and they started to run before I got to the kill spot. I didn't know that was possible. So it was my own big mistake.
Heads up! Hey! Got him! How about this? Take that!
Conflict resolved.
Later!
Activating combat mode.
Bye now!
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
Achievement?
Activating combat mode.
Heads up! This'll do! Right. Taking you down a peg! Bye now! Break that! This'll do! Hi. Taking you down a peg! How about this? The end!
Conflict
I'm also a
resolved.
lot smarter than I was when I played through this. I just gotta get to the next spot that I can menu out. Okay, so which of my chapter 2s is the question? Factory might be too late.
Activating combat mode.
Got him!
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
It's too late. Okay. Unfortunately, I didn't really put one better. Let's go, Sung.
I see.
Activating combat mode.
Sorry for the jumpiness of, like, just skipping all the cutscenes, but, like,
Conflict resolved.
we've seen all this stuff. We are really just trying to get the last couple of achievements. Look at our little fresh-faced boy.
Activating combat mode.
Out of the way!
Conflict resolved.
Got him!
Activating combat mode.
Bring it on! Later! Got him!
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode. Conflict
Oh,
resolved.
yeah.
Okay, so what we need to do is there's like 6 treasure spots that we have to mark off during this portion.
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
Get up here.
Activating combat mode.
I don't want to fight a bunch of stuff.
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
Wow, we're
Conflict
level
resolved.
10. Okay.
Let's see. Angeal's house. What's this?
1.
But now. What's this? But now.
2.
Activating combat mode.
Out of the way.
Beanie.
Conflict resolved.
There's the 1.
Activating combat mode.
Bring it on.
Conflict
yeah.
resolved.
So there's 3.
But now's not really the time.
Okay. I believe this one's Angeal's house. Yep. We don't care about the Buster Sword right now.
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the save point, I hope. So we'll use that as like our reset point
Activating combat
for now,
mode.
just in case.
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah.
Activating combat
Out of
mode.
the way.
Conflict
yeah.
resolved.
What is this? But now's not really the time. I'll come back later.
Activating combat mode.
Bring it on. Later.
Conflict resolved.
What is this? But
The 5th one. Now we head up to Sung.
Genesis is...
Activating combat mode.
Good work. Both of you.
Concentrate.
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
Here we go!
Conflict resolved.
Later!
Zach, this way.
Okay, I guess we could have used the factory save point. I think the question is whether or not my factory save had all 5 treasures, and that's kind of the question mark. So we'll put this one right here. And if we mess this up on this run, we can always go back to that point, because I know that I've got the 5 treasures, locations, so I just have to move quick.
Genesis has begun shelling the town.
Oh man, what do we do now?
Use timely sword strikes to destroy shells.
What?
It can't be too fast or too slow. Keep focus. Same routine as before. Are you ready?
I have to be.
Pay close attention to the fuse sound and the shell color. That's all the advice I can give you.
Fuse sound?
This sound. Keep your ears open. The sound will indicate the right time to attack. Watch for the shell's color change too. I'm counting on you.
Fuse sound and color, huh? I have to get to Angelo's mom quickly.
Destroy incoming shells. Enemy cannon shells will fly toward you. Destroy them with your sword. When the shells heat up and turn red, that is the time to strike. That's the one I always mess up. I always forget that there's one that faces the weird direction.
The shelling has stopped. Looks like you got almost all of them. Good. I've just received word. The airstrike is commenced.
Let's see if we can get the treasures. I hate that achievement.
I hope she's alright. Gotta find her. Now.
After some deliberation, I've managed to buy a little more time.
Okay, so we got the Benora treasures. Let's try to get the shells this time.
In
It's like, let's do it from these shells flying in from the right for like 90% of it, and then the last one is from the rear view.
Genesis.
No, don't. We can do 9 every time. Stop.
Shelling has stopped. Looks like you got almost all of them. Good. I've just received word. The airstrike is commencing. Hurry.
I hope she's all right. Gotta find her now.
Hey, Lady Marguerite. Apologies, we are reloading saves to get the last achievements in Crisis Core right now. We've got babyface Zack right now. That should be it.
The shelling has stopped. I've just received word. The airstrike is commencing. Hurry.
I hope she's all right. Gotta find her now.
My Living Legacy. There we go. Crisis Core Reunion. 100%. I did not know you were a wrestling fan, Lady Marguerite. Well, we free up 22 gig. Bye, Crisis Core. I guess we could clean up another game now. Which one do we clean up? Do we try to finish TCG or Powerwash DLC? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Do people have a preference? Would people prefer to see power washing or TCGing? TCG? Okay. We only have one achievement left in this. We're on day 198. Well, I will say, Iceman, we had some weird updates with TCG that weren't great, and I've had to change some things to kind of hopefully work around the issues that recent updates have introduced. So, as you can see, like, you notice how, like, things are not very smooth when I'm moving like this now? Recent updates have really slowed the game down a bit. And it seems to have a lot to do with the these tables. The card tables more than anything else. It seems to really have eaten up frames. Because, like, if I'm right here looking at this wall, look how smooth it is. As soon as I introduce those, it's like, or it's just like, it's a draw element thing of like too many elements on screen at once. They did fix the box issue. So, like, the number of boxes isn't a problem anymore. So, like, that's good. They had the update before the most recent one had put, like, the number of boxes you could have in your game space was like 100 boxes. And to anybody who's watched kind of the evolution of my shop would know that we bumped it up to like a full stockroom setup, and with the stockroom setup, we have more than 100 boxes at all times. So, like, it kind of like it ruined the idea of a stockroom, partly because of the fact, like, there's more than 100 items that you can stock in your store. And, like, I don't play the minimalist approach of, like, just stock the most profitable stuff. I play from the perspective of I want a complete card shop, and that's how I want to play the game, just from a I find that to be more fun way of doing things. Just me. So, like, it kind of stunk for a little bit. Okay, and, like, here's the funny thing is, like, so they fixed the issue, but what they did was then they fixed the issue, they also re-put every box that you ordered outside. So, like, anything I had ordered extra just showed up on the outdoors. And so I went from, like, missing orders to all of my orders being fulfilled at once. So I had like this excess supply of certain things that I didn't need just arrive on the street. Like I don't need these dice. And there's part of me that's just like, do I just throw it out? So I don't continually have these extra boxes just lying around. But to try and cut down a little bit on that problem of like lag spikes, I've cut down. I've got one register now. I moved some more stuff to the back. Like maybe I move these things in front so then the card tables are kind of a little bit more obscured and maybe that improves the frame rate. But really what I do now is for each day to avoid any frame rate issues, I pretty much stand right here watching the register. And then if anybody comes to the front door and is like, I want to sell you a card or buy a specific card or trade a card with you, I can see them and I don't lose frames. So tomorrow we'll get our next thing of graded cards. But that's all we need for this game, Lady Marguerite, is we just need to get 500 gem mint 10s. So I'm somewhere probably between 200 and 500 right now. Yes, they're a great spice, Dan. Hello. How's it going? Hello, employee. You're really, really quick when you do the checking out, but you gotta come in the store. There he is. You tired and have no brain? I get it. It happens. I just come to co-op cross keys rates for League and like, it's a lot. So, but we just finished Crisis Core. So Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core are both done, 100%. Maybe tomorrow we'll do some remake. We're in chapter 2 for remake, so maybe we'll go through remake stuff tomorrow. I'll talk to Joe because if I do a remake stream tomorrow, I think there's a good chance I pass where she is, so I would want to make sure she's available before I do so. Because I know she wants to see stuff for that one, so. But, like, we're making good progress, and, like, at this rate, hopefully I can finish remake before, the next part. Rebirth. Uh, 500 gem mint cards. Hello, Tarkinson. Yeah, I lucked out in the 1 to 10s, sending just the cheapest cards I could. I was getting such a mix always, and then it was like, I just need a 1, 2, a 3, and a 4, and then I got some really lucky draws of like 1, 2, and 3. And it's weird to say that because of how like unlucky it would be to get a 1, 2, or a 3. I mean, I think, was that the achievement right before this one? No, selling a graded $100,000 card was the next one. And yeah, I had a 1 to 10 set. I mean, when my sell for 100,000 was me selling a grade 1 card for over $100,000, I'll agree with you. We did the cheapy grade 1 sell. I got a grade 1. I bought a grade 1 card from a customer that was valued at nothing, and then I sold it for $100,000. It was great. Right? They do. All scratched up and everything. They look lovely. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe this is just me finishing up games day. I just didn't grade cards for a long time. It was kind of just like I was trying to get other stuff, and then I was like, we have not worked on this achievement, so now the last however many runs, it's been like just... I'm hoping to buy grade 10s from customers. I'm sending off my grade 10s for regrading because that gives a higher chance of just getting a 10 back. So like I'm just doing what I can. Yeah, that would have been an option, but you know. No, as soon as I get my Gem Mint 500s, I will finish. I'm not going further. I've gotten a good 6... Like, what's my time in this file? It doesn't say. Like, I've played a good 60 plus hours for TCG Sim. Like, I am happy with what I did. I don't need to play more. If they add achievements... maybe I come back to it for more, but I will be satisfied when I finish. By the way, Dan, did you see I got another Horde Mimic for gems? I now have 3 of them. That was probably yours? I'm sorry. Or maybe it was Lady Magritte's. I'm not sure. It could have been one of yours. I was saying I got another Horde Mimic in Gems of War, Lady Magritte. And Dan said it was his, and I said it could have been yours. No, you're just selling a 7. I mean, you missed all the fun when they broke parts of the game again. I will say, it was the first time they actually gave decent compensation for their own mistake. Like, legitimately. I don't know about that one. Oh, you're leveling up all your employees, Tarkinson? Jeez. Talk about dedication. Like, my register guy? Let's see, how is he? Let me interact with him. He's only missing 1 red star from his manning the register. You say that, but... Where's my card guy? You. Oh yeah, his refill sense only 3 star. That's dedication. I couldn't do that. I like the game, I don't like it that much. Oh, interesting. Like, we're up almost to day 200. I'm happy with this. Like, I played it on Game Pass. Oh my gosh, wow. I've only got the medium machines, jeez. Oh, I could have bought that card and got another card to my collection that I'm missing. Let's see how long this guy will stay behind the counter. How'd you get in, smelly person? That would be pretty neat. Neat accomplishment. I do not have that kind of drive. I mean, it's not a waste if you're having fun, right? That's quite the end goal, though. Like, you're having fun? Awesome. Okay, let's see. Hey, we did it! Another game done today. That's 2 games, the last achievements for 2 games today that I've been working on for a while. Like, Crisis Core, we took about a month. Yeah, I finished Crisis Core today. 100%ed Crisis Core. Yep. So... I'm doing any Final Fantasy VII game that's on Xbox. As soon as my achievements load. So, Crisis Core... Oh, this is all wrong. Crisis Core Reunion. We got the last few achievements today. Off stream, we got the last piece of the Genji equipment. Then I beat Minerva to finish all the missions. Then we had these 3 that I did for cutting down every incoming shell, getting all the items, and taking out all the gunbull heads. in missions, and then that gave me the unlock all achievements. And then earlier, how much was this last month? I think in March. Yeah, probably March. In March, we finished OG Final Fantasy VII. It was after that. Yeah, so there's OG. Um, I'll be honest, OG didn't wasn't too bad. Like there's a lot, but it definitely was a pretty good experience overall. Um, like we made good time on that one. And then so the next one we're on to that we started a week or so ago was we started Remake Integrate. So and I've got about a month and a half until Rebirth comes out. So we'll see if I can get through Remake Integrate before then. We made good time on Crisis Core with everything, so we'll see if I can kind of keep that up and get through Remake Integrate. But a lot to do. Another 4.5 gigs saved. Yeah, I do too. It's been fun to kind of go for these. And like OG Final Fantasy VII and Crisis Core were two games I have played before, and it's just I hadn't ever done everything. We got stick drift. So this is the last level for the DLC that came out for Powerwash 2. I still haven't done Kingdom Hearts 3. I had been doing a Kingdom Hearts series playthrough, and the problem was I forget what I got up to. Like maybe I got to Chain of Memories and I just kind of lost momentum. But we did 1 and 2, I think. Partly because those achievements are even worse grinds than the Final Fantasy ones. So yeah, I mean, Kingdom Hearts is definitely another series I could go back to. I've got so many Final Fantasies to go to. It's just I kind of like I wanted to play 7. So and then I had gotten a few requests to go through the different 7 games. People were interested in seeing me play through them all. So I was like, sure. But I didn't stream all of Crisis Core. What it was that I started streaming Crisis Core, and I streamed all the story. And I was just like, I'm not streaming all 300 missions of Crisis Core because missions are absurd. And like 300 of them, and they're not that interesting. Like, some of them have something that could be fun, like, oh, you get to interact with Yuffie in this, that, like, cool. But like, there's so few that actually feel interesting enough to stream that I was just like, people don't need to see that. Yeah, I haven't done Birth by Sleep. Don't know if I ever played that one. By the way, to anybody who does the Powerwash stuff, one note. The Powerwash DLC levels. The one achievement is for doing something at the end of a level. It looks like, at least right now, that achievement is a little buggy. So you want to do that level in one go. It's the one for cleaning, like, the purse last on Ice King's level. So if you clean, apparently if you clean most of the level and then go back and do everything and then do the purse last, it won't unlock. I did everything. I had the purse, like, I cleaned the purse last, I had the cell door closed, and it didn't unlock. So I have to go back for it. The comments on TA, the one thing a lot of people remarked on was that they had stopped playing the level and then went back. So my guess is there's something about having to do it in one sitting. It's not an absurdly long level, so, like, I'm not too angry about it, but at the same time, it's like, I did what it said, and it didn't work. And that's, you know, that's going to be a little disappointing when it happens. Follow the instructions, and then there's something buggy about it, like, oops. I'll say, like, I'm not a big Adventure Time person. Like, I think I was just always a little... I was too old to get into Adventure Time. But, like, the levels are cute. I can tell that, like, care went into making sure that actual Adventure Time content is part of this DLC. Like, a lot of the levels are, like, it has that look. Which I appreciate. Like, you know, they took care in making sure the content was very much what they set out to be. I think the fact that the scissor lift is the Jake lift is great. It is a nice touch. Yeah, there were some bad times back then. I mean, it still happens every so often that a game has trouble unlocking an achievement or something's delayed. Doesn't happen too often, but... So yeah, we might start back on Remake again tomorrow. We were in Chapter 2. So when I have confirmation for that, we'll see. If anybody's been watching for League stuff, I've been trying to do pretty good about announcing when we get restreams for League. This week is a solo week. It's probably going to be a late night race, so any Europeans or whatnot who try to watch the races, I apologize. My opponent's a West Coaster this week, and good chance he'll want to race me at late hours. I don't think he's said anything yet about when he wants to race. Let me check. He has not. So when Tyler puts out a time or a date, I will try to get some motion on the race, and we'll see if I can get it at a Euro-friendly time. But as I said, it might be difficult. He is West Coast US, so I don't know what his desire for a time will be. If you missed the races this week, we did go 2-0 this week, so very, very good. We're tied for second in our division with like 2 other teams. But there's like 6 teams competing in our division for 4 spots in playoffs right now. So it's going to be a tight finish for the end of the season with 2 weeks to go. So a lot can happen in 2 weeks with 4 races. So we're trying for playoffs as always, but who knows what'll happen with that. Appreciate everybody who has been watching the races either here or on Speed Gaming, though, to support the team. Leo and I definitely had a good week of co-op cross keys, so that was fun. Plus, we won the admin showdown. Because the Marathon and I are both admins for the league, and we won both races. What is everybody else playing, by the way? We're into our 3rd game today that we're trying to beat. Finish up the achievements for today. Isn't it a great feeling when we get to knock stuff out? Now I just need some games to stop releasing new content. Not Powerwash. Powerwash can release more stuff. A game you can't talk about for 2 more days. See, I know which one I could say as a joke, but I know it couldn't be that one, or I think it can't be that one. Because it's been out for even longer. Like, it's not Hades 2. I would think. Because it's just coming to Xbox in a couple of days. Velatro is fun though. Like, you know, if you're enjoying Velatro, I think that is so good because like it's a great game. I really have enjoyed what I played of it. I'm not Silk Song 2 hilarious. I enjoyed Silk Song. Just I don't know I don't know if I'd say it was I wouldn't say it was better than Hollow Knight. A visual novel. Okay. I disagree. But, you know, Dan, you can have your opinion, I can have mine. That's the fun of it all, right? But no, Balatro is a lot of fun. I've put maybe a dozen hours in, if that, like maybe 10 or so. It wasn't that I didn't enjoy it, it's just I wasn't looking for something that in-depth necessarily. It's fun to kind of jump in. I like watching people play it. I know like Alazan and Kaze and Leo have done some like multi-world stuff with Balatro where like their decks and jokers and whatnot are in somebody else's game. And I've seen some of the builds they come up with to like absolutely wreck the game, and it's really hilarious. But in terms of like, do I want to spend all that time playing them? Not necessarily. But like, it's really fun to see what they do. It's like, I'm trying to think. I know the game a lot of people have been trying to get me to play, and I guess we could consider doing it, is Nine Souls. Gray Corvid and Alton have been really trying to push me to get to Nine Souls again. Because we started it and then just never really went all in. The other one I said was that I was going to finish Octo 2 probably in Discord voice calls. I just haven't had time to really work on it. And it's mostly because of Crisis Core. Like, as I said, 300 missions in Crisis Core just took a long time. Oops. And I just got on a good, like, streak of just knocking more and more of them out. It was like, we're going through all the 6s and then the 7s, and then we hit a point where it was, like, getting harder. Knockout missions, and then I got the Genji armor and the ability to break damage limit, and doing that just kind of really solidified my ability to get through the end of that game. And once you get into that mindset, it's just like, okay, I'm finishing this game. I don't know. I've felt very motivated on stream to get a game done or to work through a game and not like kind of just lose track. So like whether it's been like doing a promo game or Crisis Core or other stuff, like I feel like I've come online and had a goal in mind each day, and it's really helped keep things moving and things fun. And then like I've also been good about posting VODs to YouTube, and so like I'm making an effort. I will say, Silk Song wise though, there are a bunch of achievements I still don't have. We did not do everything for Silk Song. I told myself I was going to wait to finish Silk Song achievements until the DLC came out. And, you know, so I have not really done a hardcore look into all that stuff. Like, I've got the speed runs and the Steel Soul and the other stuff. Like, we did the 100% of the base game, and that was plenty. And it was nice to take a break. But yeah, like, I'll say, like, I think the Hollow Knight might actually be better than Silk Song. It's not that it was bad, it was just that, like, there are some design choices in 2 that I don't like as much, unfortunately. And it's not that it's a bad game, it's just, like, some of the stuff that they decided to go with for 2 just didn't hit for me. Maybe that's why I haven't felt as compelled to go back. But also it could be the fact that, like, when I played Hollow Knight originally, it was already Void Heart Edition, and Void Heart just makes such a difference in my enjoyment of Hollow Knight, because it has all the DLC and all the extra updates that made the original Hollow Knight so good in my book. But who knows? But yeah, no, Balatro is really fun. Definitely a game like I could just do a few runs and be like, that was a good break. But I'm happy to have this Powerwash 2 DLC. A few levels to just kind of knock out and have some fun with is always a good thing to me. Like, I don't need a ton always. It's just like every so often, oh, here's another little pocket of DLC, a pocket of levels for Powerwash with some achievements. I'll see if Kay's wanted to practice today. But yeah, I mean, Hades 2 is this week. I have been really looking forward to Hades 2, so good chance we'll play some of that one on stream. I don't think I'll stream all of Hades 2, but we'll probably do some of it on stream because I did complete Hades 1, and what I've seen of 2 looks like it's just up my alley again. So definitely on the list of, like, I want to play this. Yeah, I'll say like for tomorrow, like if things are good, then we'll do remake. If not, maybe we'll do a promo that I haven't done on the list yet. Plenty on the list that I could hit, so. See where my motivations take me. And then Joe and I will figure out when we'll get back to Talos. I know we have not done a co-stream in a little bit. Our schedules have not really aligned nicely for a little bit, so it's been tough. But we still are gonna work through the Talos in the beginning. Maybe we do the Gehenna stuff, and then the original game is kind of a question mark, just because like we did all of it back when. There's definitely stuff I forget for Talos 1, because like the stars in each of the worlds, like I don't remember how we got those. But whether or not we want to redo those as a team is going to be like, I feel like we are pushing our brains to the limits right now on the just the in the beginning stuff. Really, it feels like in the beginning was an excuse for them to just go all out on the playback button, which was probably my least favorite mechanic always in the original. So, four of those levels has not exactly been my happy moment. Didn't even realize we hit over 50%. Level's not like overly huge. There is a lot. It's just not very like finely detailed. So it's not too bad. It's just a lot of like surface area. now. Level just has a few good nooks and crannies in it. Treehouse is quite a large level, so just finding ways to hit areas is the kind of bigger one. I think I did most of this section from like long distance with the tri-tip. So that's why there's so much blank space up here. And there's a lot of little yes, the supermassive panel of dirt that when you clear enough of it, the rest of it just cleans itself because the size of how much dirt there is and what percentage is required to mark as 100% for that item do not line up. You just get to see dirt disappear. Oops. Well, since we fell down, we'll just come over here and start cleaning something else. There's enough areas of the high to hit later. Admin ping for me. Okay. Notifying of what channel? If we're gonna finish this, we're gonna keep going. But there is still a lot to do. level is quite large. Dude, we might have enough time to finish the level. Question is, will I have enough time to also finish off redoing the Ice King? It'd be great if we could knock out this on stream too. Finish 3 things in one day. Some legitimately long games. Solved things. How unlike me. place it there? Odd for it. It doesn't look like the lift is actually hanging on anything. It's just in the sky. Oh, it's hanging from a cloud. That's cute. Good cartoon logic. Yeah. This tower doesn't... Huh? Not necessarily. Ah, yeah. Okay. I thought the top might have been a different portion, but no, it actually connects. Did I not put it there? What do I need? Like the Jake lift? Yeah, it looks like we'll have to use this to get the rest of this there. Even that doesn't get me to the top. Okay. Over 80%. Still climbing. Only a little bit left on this one. Top here? Yeah, probably. There was a whole lot more dirt on that when that disappeared game. I disagree. I'm happy, but definitely not clean when you dinged there. a little bit longer on the overhang. And with this one a little higher still. Good. Okay, back wall now. We'll just use this handhold. I think that'll give just enough range to hit pretty much all this back wall. Range a little bit. You can fall down to here. Ugh. Don't want to fall down further. Okay. Looking for some of the bigger visible dirt. Like that. Um... Let's not take that one. We'll take this one. That'll do. I think. Yeah, this'll work. How the hell am I supposed to get up there? Maybe the Jake lift is going to be high enough? But it seems it's too far away. Is it because of this? Put you over there. And see if we can move you. That's a lot better of a position, if you ask me. Let me climb. Thank you. Try to take care of this on the way up. Aha, we reached it. Get up the top of this. And clean the eggs. And now that we're in the last 5%, the targeting mechanism for the game started up as well. Seems like you're almost on the level. Here's what you're missing, right near you. I know. I have eyes. They're not as good as other people's eyes, but they are mine. They do work. $97%. Oh yeah. The yellow hangy thingy. That is a very technical term, isn't it? Really a great spot to put this. No, I... Herp. There. Now, where can I put the J-Cliff? Seriously, you're not going to let me get this thing close, are you? Like, this is still a terrible angle. To the inside of that tree. That's where the bulk of what I have to do still is. Like, there's still some of this. Maybe the inside of the bucket? That's the problem. Oh, the underside? Yep. The undersides of these roofs are always the part that I miss. Maybe I can get it from the chairlift. I am not finding a good angle on this one. Oh, probably because it's this one. Still doesn't help. Both the branch and the branch. We got one of them. Just falling like an idiot. Nice. Congratulations. When do they need to get done by? I'm guessing next few days, right? That looks like it's probably exterior. Just one left. Nice. Is this before all the wedding stuff and whatnot? Or is this like the last one before then? Okay. Well, hopefully it's not too bad. Feels like the hard part is there's just so many games every week at this point. Like, I feel like I know Joe had mentioned it last year. It was like looking at the codes for ID stuff, and there was just so many more games last year. Like, I can't even reach those from this. Yeah, that'll do it. For added presses. Added works. I can't turn. Okay, attic tower branch, den tower lead, which is this. Done. Attic tower branch. Not where I put it. That's not the same, is it? Yeah, it is. Regardless, it's a shitty position. Party God. Neat level, a little tedious with some of the odd angles you had to get with the chair lifts. Okay, so free play, I have to do Ice King Castle again. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to start by cleaning the floor in the cell. So the last thing we're supposed to clean is the handbag. Purse, whatever. But if we can finish this level and get this last achievement, that'll be 3 games that we got the completions in today. On stream, even. And not a single one of them would have been a title update or an A-fill or a gamer spam thing. Not that we're not playing those, but just wouldn't have done those today. Feels productive. And I don't know, like, I try to see what people are, like, I do what I want to on stream, but there's also a part of me that's like, I want to make sure it's interesting for others. And, like, I've been trying to do a better mix of Zelda and not Zelda. And I hope that that's kind of been accomplished. So, thinking for something. Oh, that. Yeah, and it's hard because, like, League stuff just, you know, was looking at, like, how much League has been happening. It's like, I've been racing hard right now, and I love it. I wouldn't play if I didn't enjoy it, but I also know, like, I've had to practice a lot. I've been pretty much playing every mode. So, it's the question of, like, when can somebody work with me? When can we practice? So, when are my opponents available? When am I co-streaming? When am I doing this? Oh, does Hazen want to practice? Does Leo want to practice? When is Leo available to race? How can we get 4 people available to race one thing? Like, you know, that's usually how I feel about it. It's, it's hard to, sometimes I know I do something that I really want to play, and it's like, nobody's around, and it's like, was it really, did I miss the mark for today on something that I'm enjoying? Maybe. It's like, that's why we didn't do the Crisis Core missions on stream. I was like, I'm gonna have at least a little bit of fun with it, but I know nobody else is gonna enjoy this. 300 corridor missions? Yikes. Yeah, I mean, like, I know that there's definitely people who enjoy the Zelda stuff. There's people who are sick of Zelda stuff. Like, it's a tough mix. Like, I'm not some... I know there's really big streamers for both sides of this, like, but, like, some of the guys that I watch who are also Zelda people, it's like, the really big ones, it's like, or if you have a niche, and you go away from your niche, like, I know, like, the Zelda crowd would want to watch me do Zelda. I don't think they necessarily care about this. That's fine. So, Just wish I didn't have to redo this level. Well, I guess for you, Lady Marguerite, like, that would be, like... Is that, like, your Sea of Thieves stuff, I guess, in some regard? Like, I don't know what that does for your numbers, like... And that's the thing, it's like, you know... Ostensibly, you and I are, like, variety streamers, and, like, it's not a full-time job thing. It's like, if somebody subs and whatnot, cool, but I'm not, like... I'm not out to make this a living. Yeah. That's the thing, like, it depends, like, I will say, like, there are personalities for streamers that will keep me in, and that's definitely part of it, but there is a side of it of what it is. Like, one of, for a, like, pre-COVID, I guess, one of the guys I would watch a ton did, Super Mario Kaizo stuff, and, like, that's the reason I watched him, and when he would do non-Kaizo stuff, I was just like, it's not that I don't enjoy him, it's just not the kind of stuff I want to watch as much. Yeah. I feel like I'm watching less than I used to, stream-wise. There's still plenty that I do watch. It's just, I feel like I watch a little less Twitch than I had been. Or it's more background. Like, I've had you or Joe open, and it's like, it's not that I'm not watching, it's just I'm not as intent keeping up. So, like, it's not for lack of interest, it's just, like, doing 10 other things at the same time, I feel like, anymore. Might be the best way to put it. Right. I mean, good reason. I think that's a good idea. Gaming for fun? Who would have thought of such a concept? that ladder. There it is. Put you off to heat. Fair. Fair way to look at it. I mean, what you do is say, we're not doing a honeymoon, so I'm going to get that game. Or games. That I don't have that I wanted. That's your splurge. Now, what that game is, I have no idea. But, you know, if there's that game you just haven't splurged on because you're like, I was waiting for a sale. You just say, sale be damned, we're buying it because I want to enjoy it for a week. And not worry about shit. I'm sorry, Penguin. Listen to my drum solo. Yeah, 7 Remake's gonna be the next big project. Or the next one we're working on. Maybe we'll start working on that tomorrow. I don't know. Or get back to it tomorrow, really, because we did start it. But realistically, like, I'll probably, I don't know, maybe I'll DM Joe tomorrow. Be like, hey, maybe I'm gonna do some remake tomorrow. Might press into chapter 3, 4 area, so. I was told she had done, like, up into 2 or 3, so, like, there's a world where, like, I can get into 3 and still be okay. So. We'll see. As I said, if not, I've got a pile of stuff that I could play, so. that or do practice with K's. Because not only do we have to practice mystery, but next week's Enemizer, and K's and I haven't done much Enemizer in a while. And while Enemizer is not a mode that I shy away from, I know K's is not always the biggest Enemizer fan. Ew, somebody left underwear on the ground. How dare they? Sofa's almost done. Not a terrible idea. I don't do a ton of Game Pass stuff, so like definitely a question of like I need to play stuff. So like doing PCG Sim and others like it, like that's kind of required for me to keep the subscription. Is like if I'm not playing anything on Game Pass, like what's the point? Which reminds me, there's another cleaning game I have to go back to. I have to go back to Crime Scene Cleaner. Like, I beat Crime Scene Cleaner back when it was the original, like, 1000, and then the update came out, and I just never got back to it. Or I started it and never finished it. So... The other one I have to go back to is Ship Graveyard Sim. Like, there's a few sim games that I just haven't finished after the DLCs came out, and Ship Graveyard and Crime Scene Cleaner are the two that are really up there. Thanks, Lady Marguerite. Have a good night. Have a good dinner. I'll probably get dinner after the lesson I teach tonight at 8, so gonna have to decide what I want to pick up. A lot of what we have left on this one is just the ceiling at this point. Way is still dirt. Right there. Let's see. Pop the TV. Looks like one of the alcoves is still a little messed up. Oh, the entry door. The entry alcove. And have that be all dirty, finally. Then we'll hit the ceiling in the main room, and then we'll see where we are. What's left? Get all the trim on the ceiling. Okay, I think we're ready for the ceiling at this point. There you go, Penguin. You get the throne. Only a little more left. We're already up to 98%. But we're still not down to like 3 objects, so. No. No handbag yet. Okay, sell ceiling, sell handbag, and stalactite. Where's the stalactite? There it is. Okay, sell ceiling. Yes, I know the handbag. Okay. This. Move it. Walk into the cell through the door. Close the door. Clean the handbag. Thank you. So glad that that popped that time. Would have been really unhappy if it didn't. Just seems I have to do it in one sitting for that level. At least it's not like a super absurdly long level. It just thinks that that's kind of how it has to be done. Okay, so that means we got all the achievements in Powerwash again. Okay, we're not uninstalling Powerwash though, because the idea for Powerwash is that because the DLCs just keep coming for Powerwash Sim, we're going to anticipate that another Powerwash DLC will come out with more achievements, and I'd have to reinstall it again. And I did that for Powerwash 1, and I'm not going to do that again for Powerwash 2. So instead, we're going to just close the game, and when the next DLC comes out, we install it, the DLC, and go from there. The game can stay on the console for as long as there's new DLC. And that's an acceptable logic for me. In the meantime, I'm going to call it. We've been going for a little more than 3 hours. I don't have a ton of time left for today, so instead of starting anything else, I'm just going to call it. I'll be back probably tomorrow with something, maybe remake, maybe promo, maybe Zelda. I don't know. One of those 3 probably is your best bet, or a combination thereof. So have a great rest of your Sunday. Thanks for watching. We completed 3 games today. Always a good feeling. Talk to y'all later, and I'll see you. Night.